The Garment District is Gotham's newest shooting gallery, a disturbing heroin hotspot of addicts booting up in broad daylight. The outgoing de Blasio administration appears unwilling or unable to address the crisis, as the quality of life disaster unfolds just steps from high-profile Midtown landmarks such as Madison Square Garden and the sparkling new Moynihan Train Hall. The block bordered by 35th and 36th Streets and 7th and 8th Avenues is littered with used needles, broken glass crack pipes, trash, urine, and fesses as junkies shoot up and dealers brazenly sell drugs, lamented one neighbor on social media. I've personally seen dozens of deals go down. I've seen a person nod and nearly die during a single walk around the block last week. The Post witnessed 3 different people injecting needles in their wrists or fingers in the middle of the afternoon. Each addict sat on the sidewalk or in empty storefronts. Dozens of other junkies sat or lay nearly comatose, many of them men shirtless, on the same block. We are appalled and disgusted by the drug use and other illicit behaviors that are taking place on our sidewalks in Midtown Manhattan and throughout New York City, Garment District Alliance President Barbara Blair told the Post. We have been fighting to put an end to this crisis. However, our city officials have unfortunately failed to address the problem and have allowed this public disorder to continue. Drug dealers appear to operate fearlessly on the block. A group of men, one of them sitting on a blue city bike, gathered outside the ACE subway entrance on the northeast corner of 8th and 35th, exchanging cash and other items as strangers raced by them up and down the stairs. Another deal went down as 2 men exchanged cash and small plastic bags on 36th Street. The NYPD appears to have only a token presence. 2 cops stood on 8th Avenue between 35th and 36th, leaning up against a police van while staring into their phones as illicit activities swirled around them. But cops have been effectively ordered by city and state leaders to let junkies roam free, said Manny Gomez, a former NYPD sergeant and FBI special agent who now heads Milligram Security Services. Under state law, possessing needles or small amounts of heroin or injecting drugs are non-bad offenses. So even if arrested, addicts are usually right back on the street and unlikely to face prosecution. Gomez says cops face needless personal risks too, without the support of political leaders. These risks include the threat of being stabbed by emotionally disturbed, needle-wielding junkies, possibly infected with HIV, and the fact that New York City this year became the first municipality in the nation to end qualified immunity for cops. If an arrest with a violent drug-addled person turns bad, Gomez said, the cop could lose their pension, their job, their home or even their freedom. It's just not worth it. As a result, New York City has become the city of the walking dead, said Michael Alcazar, an adjunct professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and former NYPD detective.